So I feel like every time I go to like a department store, Neiman, Saks, Macy's, or even Sephora, and I spray a bunch of different fragrances on my skin, everywhere I go after that, I get, what are you wearing? You smell good. You smell good. So I got into start layering my fragrances because, you know, nothing's wrong with a compliment about how much you smell. You don't even have to tell me that I'm cute. Tell me that I smell good. Now, I got into layering my fragrances. So now every time I get into my fragrance, I'm like, what can I pair it with? What can I layer it with? And especially for me who love Baccarat, I started layering Baccarat because guess what? Everywhere you go, oh, you're wearing Baccarat. Now I get to enjoy Baccarat with other fragrances. So if you love to layer your fragrances, leave it in the comment. I want to know, put me on, because one of this layering combination that I'm going to talk about came from one of you guys. So I want to know, what are your top layering fragrances? Leave it in the comments so we could, you know, we could start smelling good together. Anyway, let's jump right in. By the way, if you're new, welcome. My name is Tamara. Just subscribe, join the family. We love fragrances around here. The first one we're going to be talking about is from one of you, and her name was Nicole Atkins. She put me onto this layering combination. Before, if you know me, I always talk about this and Vanilla 28. These two I always layer. I use Vanilla 28 to sweeten this up. But then Nicole said, layer these two. She was onto something. When I tell you she's onto something, this combination is amazing. I never thought about layering this one, but this one, I put this on first. I don't know how she did it, but I layer this first. I put this on first, and then I go on top with Blanche Bete. Nicole, thank you. Thank you. I get to smell two of my favorite fragrances at the same time. I get whiff of this, I get whiff of this. And from she told me about this, she told me about it, I tried it the next day to work, and it was one of my best days. I haven't layered it with Vanilla 28 since, and they're all on my November tray. This is what I've been layering. So if you have these two, try it. It is so good. Blanche Bete just add that milky sweetness to this fragrance. It transformed this into a nice feminine, sweet, wrapped, cozy fragrance. So a lot of people think this is just too much, too woody. This will soften it up. This will make it better, especially if you love Blanche Bete. You're gonna just get whiff of both of them, and the combination is amazing. So notes in this one, you have cardamom, fig, black tea. You're gonna smell the black tea in this one, yes, throughout the life of the fragrance. Then you have the iris, the bourbon, the vetiver, sandalwood, and tonka bean. And in this one you have milk, ambrette, mystical note, tuberose, jasmine, some incense, vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and cacao. These two, again, if you have these two, try it. Or even if you have the Lattafa dupe for this one, try it as well. But these two are amazing together. Longevity, amazing. Projection, amazing. You're gonna smell this all day until you take off your clothes, because this is a long-lasting fragrance, and this just adds that coziness to it. It's like you're wrapped up in a blanket with these two. The next layering combination I have for you is Gentle Fluidity Gold and Vanilla Skin. Now, Vanilla Skin, the body mist, not the fragrance, because the fragrance is a little bit more complex, but the Vanilla Skin is a nice vanilla. I had to go get this, I'm tired. It's a nice vanilla fragrance, a nice vanilla mist. These two, or if you don't have this and you have this, try them. Either one. Gentle Fluidity Gold and Vanilla 28, amazing. Gentle Fluidity Gold and Vanilla Skin, amazing. As you know, this is a classy, sophisticated vanilla fragrance. Love this. Really amazing fragrance that I think every woman should own if you love that vanilla and a little bit of uniqueness to a fragrance. This is amazing. The vanilla skin just add that sweetness to it again. So it has some florals, but it added more sweetness to this one and make it, and just, I feel like this brings out more vanilla in this. But these two, they're gonna project. Longevity is amazing. This one is long lasting on its own. This is a body mist, so it just adds that sweetness and brightness to the fragrance. This is gonna get you compliments. When I tell you there's something about this combination or more vanilla to this, just make it a more vanilla fragrance. Now, either way, this with vanilla 28, this with vanilla 28, or this with this are just really great options if you just want to make this a more vanilla fragrance. This is really a classic fragrance that's really good on its own. But if you wanna, for the holidays, for the winter time, you wanna sweeten it up a little bit and make it a little bit more cozy, then I think this would be amazing with it. Now, if you want to smell like money, try these two together. This is Tubereuse Astral with Baccarat Rouge 540. My friend, I bought this from her because she blind bought it, didn't like it. I wore these together and she smells me. She said, "You smell like money. What are you wearing?" She couldn't even believe this is the fragrance that she didn't like, because this has a strong leather note. But this is straight unisex. You have to love that leather, because that leather note is in the fragrance through and through. But this, well, as you know, this is my favorite. This is another way for me to wear Baccarat in a different way. This one and this one, this sweetens this up. It makes it more feminine. It makes it easier to wear. And I don't feel like you smell that strong leather note. The leather is, I think, is in the opening of this, but I don't think you smell that strong unisex vibe when you put it with this one. This make it so much more feminine, but you smell like you have money. You smell like you wear nice jewelry, you have a nice bag, you just live in a big house. This just give me all the vibes. If you want to smell good, smell different, and stand out, try these two together. It is a vibe. I wore these two together and all I could do was, oh my God, I smell good. And I give myself compliments. I don't wait for anybody else. I give myself a good compliment when I smell good. And I was like, oh my God, you smell good. I smell good. I smell good. And I just bask in the smell of this, because this is my favorite and I do love this. So you don't need more than maybe 6 of this, and then just all over with this. Try it. If you have a sample, if you have this, try these. Everybody have this. So try these together. And this is another way to wear Baccarat without people be like, oh, what are you wearing? Baccarat? Smell like money. This is it. And this has the leather note. It has some florals and it has vanilla. And as you know, this has the saffron in there. It has some florals. This is just a vibe. Love these together. Now, if you want to wear your Born in Roma, but you just don't want to smell like Born in Roma, you want a different vibe to that Born in Roma, layer it with this. It is amazing combination. I was just trying different fragrance because I'm into layering. It's like, oh, I don't want, you want to smell different and unique, and I tried these two. Now I do this, I do this first, I think I did, and then I layer it with this one. I didn't even know if it was gonna work, but I tried it, and as soon as I stepped into work, someone was like, oh my God, you smell good. You smell different. What are you wearing? It is these two. This is one of my favorite designer fragrance again, but I found myself in the last few months not pulling for it so much, and I'm like, let me try it with something else and see how I feel about it. These two, try it. If you have these two fragrances, just layer it together. Whichever one you want to smell more of, put it on top. These are both, they both project, they're both beast mode on their own. So when you put it together, you're gonna smell good all day long. Now, this is a little bit loud and it projects, so if you want to soften this up, put this on top. But you know me, I don't mind you smelling me from afar. These two, love them together. So the Prada Paradoxe has pear, tangerine, bergamot, orange blossom, neroli essence, neroli, jasmine, sandbag, and if you know this has a lot of jasmine, bourbon vanilla, amber, white musk. And then the Born in Roma has blackcurrant, pink pepper, jasmine, sandbag, jasmine tea, bourbon vanilla, cashmere, and guaiac wood. So you find that they have a lot of similarities, but great combination. So try this. If you have both of them, just layer them together. Whichever one you want more of, put it on top and put more of it. But these two, absolutely love them together. And all these fragrances are for this time of year. I think I'm gonna do a layering combination for like spring, summer, because these are good for this time of year. The next one we're gonna be talking about is Linterdit by Givenchy and Vanilla 28. Every time I wear these two, without fail, I get compliments. I tell you, this is layering queen. If you want to just sweeten up your fragrance, you want to make it more feminine, you want to add a vibe to your fragrances, add Vanilla 28. It is just something about this fragrance. It goes well with almost every fragrance. These two, there's something about the Vanilla 28 and this one. I put this on first, go on top of with Vanilla 28. It projects, and this is also a good fragrance on its own, but there's something about the vanilla with this one and that brown sugar that added to this one. It makes the fragrance, it just brings out the fragrance, and this fragrance performs so much better when you add the two. The Vanilla 28 definitely brings this fragrance to another level, even though I love this on its own. But I find myself when I'm wearing this, I'm wearing this one with it, because the Vanilla 28 just step it up a little bit more. So these two, if you have them, try them, let me know how you feel about them. But these two are amazing. By the way, if you tried any of these, let me know if you like them. Come back in the comments, let's talk in the comments and see if they work out for you, how you like them. And the last one we're going to be talking about again are two of my fave, and this is these two. These are two of my favorite from MFK line. Love these two. This is like second or third bottle. However, when I'm starting to get like not bored with Baccarat and I want to try it with different things, because again, this a couple years ago, this was everywhere you go, everybody was smelling like this. So I find myself was just trying to find different ways to wear it, and I paired these two together, and there was something about it. Didn't even know it would work, but it was love. Again, I don't care what I pair this with, I'm gonna love how I smell, because I really do love this. But these two, it is so good. The vanilla in this with the saffron, this has some vanilla in there. This is so good with the vanilla, and then this has a sugar note and the cedar in this one. But these two together is amazing. And again, you could put whichever one you want. You could layer with this, put this on top to get more of this, or put this here to get this. But I feel like these two are a great combination. I haven't worn it for a while. I wore it a couple times and I was like, ooh, I love this combination. But I love the Baccarat more with this. There's just something about this combination that I love. Those are the layering combinations that I have for you. As I said, drop it in the comment and let me know what you layer, because you know I'm gonna get them, because I love to hear from you guys. I want to know what you layer, if you're into layering fragrances. Some people don't, but once you start, I guarantee you're not going to be able to stop. But if you're still here and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just hit the button, it's free. But thank you so much for watching, and I would love to see you in the next one. Bye.